Ms. Pepe. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. Wanted to thank you for allowing me to come in, kind of talk to you about the observation we had the other day.
Okay.
So, tell me, how do you feel the lesson went?
It went good.
It went good? Okay. What makes you think the lesson went well?
Well, the students came in, they did what they needed to do, and then they were out.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I do like to say that I think you did a great job on your managing student behavior. I felt that they came in, they said thank you when you passed out their assignments. Everybody had their hands to themselves. They had their appropriate supplies out. The class was orderly, safe, and everybody was polite and quiet. So let me ask you this: what are the systems that you put in place to effectively monitor student behavior?
Well, I have been in the business for 26 years, so I've gotten very good about putting my expectations up at the beginning of the year, and then having a contract that the students abide by. They sign it, and then anytime that I need to refer to that accountability piece, I do.
Awesome. So that aspect went very well.
Thank you.
There are some things that I do think need a little bit of refining. So at this point, I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about it. I think we need a little bit of refinement in regards to standards and alignment. Okay, what I mean by the standards and alignment is, you were working on one lesson versus the rest of the campus, and the standards and alignments were working on a different lesson. So let me ask you this: how do you plan for activities, materials, and assessments so that you're sequenced and relevant to school, to the students?
I didn't understand you.
You don't understand the question?
No.
Okay. How do you plan your lessons? How do you decide what materials to use so that everything's aligned and sequenced with the state standards and aligned to the state standards to improve student success and to improve student success?
Okay, so since I've been doing the business for 26 years already, sir, planning is very, very easy. I basically do everything I feel comfortable and what the students need. Whatever they need, I ensure that they are learning it.
Okay, so you're doing what you feel that you need to do because
students need to succeed.
Because students succeed. Okay, so the reason why I bring this up is, as I mentioned, you were on one thing, the rest of the campus and our alignment was on one. And as I was going through your previous walkthroughs, I had a tendency to notice that your standards were not aligned with the rest. The standards weren't aligned, always engaging. The standards were not aligned, nor were they always engaging. And I also noticed that you had a lot of individual assignments versus group work.
Well, I feel that their learning needs to be individualized.
Okay. I'd also like to recommend a few things.
Okay.
I'd like to recommend that we have some time with our instructional coaches, so that way we can plan with our instructional coaches, so that way we can get these standards.
But we've never worked well together.
Correct. But again, these are some recommendations.
Okay.
Again, these are some recommendations, and I think we need to move forward with this. So I would like to set up some time so that you can meet up with instructional coaches, our math instructional coaches, to make sure, ultimately, the bottom line is student success. And then it's purposeful planning.
Okay.
So I'd like to maybe meet up with you next couple of days. Let's give it a week. So that way I'll set some time up for you tomorrow to meet with instructional coaches, plan with them, and then I'll follow up with you in the next couple of days. I know I said a week, but next couple of days, so that we can move forward.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to add, Ms. Pepe?
No.
Ms. Pepe, I thank you for your time, and I appreciate you allowing me to come in.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Pepe.
Good morning, Ms. Pepe. How are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Okay, the purpose of this meeting is to help you. You requested this meeting to assist you in aligning your lesson plans to the state standards. And I've brought here our instructional coach to help assist with that process.
Are you aware of the pacing guides in your classroom or where you need to be at this moment?
Not 100%.
Okay, so I'm going to show you here the pacing guide. Right now you're supposed to be covering your integers, your whole numbers, and adding and subtracting. Are you currently covering this in your classroom?
I'm doing half of that. I'm doing the adding and the subtracting. I didn't realize I was supposed to do the multiplication and the division. I thought that was a little later on.
Okay. I'm here to support that. And I'm here to get you to that point. So I want to look into your classroom. What activities and instructional strategies you're using in your classroom currently to assist your students to get to that point?
We're using number lines.
Okay.
We're using
Anything
number
else?
lines.
Number
A
lines?
few manipulatives, and we're doing what we can.
Okay. So I just want you to be aware, my goal here is to assist you in the classroom any way possible to get the students to where they need to be. And so I would like to offer my expertise in the classroom, go into the classroom and maybe model a lesson for you. And you add some more manipulative instructional strategies in the classroom so you know where you can be and what I can assist you. Are you open to that?
Yeah, I'm open. I think that'd be great if you can come in and kind of model a few lessons and show me and help me. Yeah, I'm open to that.
Okay. I would like to interject really quick, and I do want us to set that date that we're going to be going into your class. What day of next week would be the best for our instructional coach to be able to enter your classroom? So I want to set a timeline for this.
I'm pretty open. What you feel is best. If you need to go in next couple of days, I'll make time in my schedule.
And some extra that I was talking about is an integer worksheet. This integer worksheet, what we're going to do is you're going to put like a T-chart here. You're going to put chips, and these chips will allow the students to use these manipulatives to flip it over in different colors to see what they're taking away and what they're adding. And then you can build on that added, addition, and subtraction. Then you can go and extend that learning to multiplication to division.
Okay, that sounds really good. That actually seems pretty cool.
I'll walk you. I'll even model the lesson in your classroom for you. Also, before we get into that, you need to allow the students, and here we have a foldable. And this foldable is to allow the students a bigger picture to see what they're covering, where they start and where they finish. So we'll start off with addition, subtraction, and then multiplication and division.
Okay, like a beginning, middle, end?
Correct.
Okay.
And then you'll add these integer worksheets so they can extend their learning and use them a little bit in the classroom.
Okay, so you'll help me structure everything, go through it.
I'll spend one-on-one time with you. I'll give you the instructions. You can even take the initiative and do it in your classroom, or I can model a lesson for you in your class with your students.
Thank you. That
What
sounds
day will
really
this
great.
be taking place?
We can meet after school today, and we can model that, and I can allow you to decide tomorrow you can implement that, or we can do it effective immediately.
I think tomorrow would give me sufficient time to go ahead and get the stuff required. Yeah, I think tomorrow would be good. And give me some time to get the materials together.
And I'm more than willing to meet with you after school today,
Okay.
and we can walk you through that, and I can help you with that.
I think that sounds great. I appreciate that.
Okay, Chase, just to recap our meeting and make sure that we all end in the same page, you're going to be meeting with Ms. Pepe tomorrow to spend some one-on-one time. And you said that when was the...
We're going to meet after school, just
to decide what day you guys
work
were
that,
going to do
and if
this
she
for.
wants to take that initiative, we'll implement in the classroom tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll be implementing this. Okay, at the end of the week, I would like to reconvene to see what your thoughts are and how we best can continue to support you, Ms. Pepe, in getting you to where you want it to be. And I want to commend you for those efforts that you're making right now.
Well, thank you for the support. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know I called this meeting, so thank you guys.
I just want to reiterate again that I'm here for you, and it's what's best for the students, and I'm here to help you in any way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Ms. Pepe, thank you for coming in this afternoon. How are you feeling?
Well, not that great. To be honest with you, I'm pretty upset. I feel like you undermined me in my own classroom. I don't feel like I can get the respect of my students anymore, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, I brought you in this afternoon. I'm glad that you came in and we're addressing this issue immediately. I think it's an issue that we need to address, and we need to understand what happened, what took place, and what can we do to change that, and so it won't affect the student classroom. I mean, what can you tell me happened today?
Well, besides the fact that you called me out in front of my students, I mean, and put me on the spot, and lately, I don't know if you've noticed, but the students have started to lose respect towards me because I'm trying all these instructional strategies that you guys tell me to try, and I feel pressured. I feel like you guys are overbearing me with all these things, like what, and I just am really upset, and you have no idea what I'm going through. My husband just died, and how do you think I'm gonna be feeling right now? I mean,
let me stop you right there. I'm sorry for your loss. I wasn't aware. But I want you to know that we build a culture here on campus that we care about every single person. Okay? So first of all, sorry for your loss. I want you to feel that you can come to me with problems that you might be having, because we're here to help you, and we want the successful teachers. That way our students are successful. I mean, what can I do for you to understand that we care?
well, I just feel like, be a little more understanding. I would have appreciated. I can understand if I did wrong, but I would have appreciated instead of you going into my classroom and putting me on that spot to have asked to talk to me at a different time rather than be right there in the students. You could have called me on the phone, stepped out, called me on the phone, said I'm going to need to see you after class or some other time. I just felt very attacked, felt very. I just took it, like you put me on the spot in front of my students, and I felt like undermined, to be honest with you. So I appreciate it if you just kind of let me know.
Let me address the issue of me being in your classroom. Me and any administrator goes into the classroom. Our goal is to see student engagement, student lessons, and how they're interacting and seeing that they're meeting the state standards and the objectives that are set forth by the state. So we're not in there to critique you in your practice. We want to see how the students are meeting objectives. So that I want you to know that's our main purpose for being in the classroom. How are the students learning? How are they interacting and achieving those objectives? And we're here to support you. So any way that we can bring the manipulatives in the classroom, like we said, the charts, the foldables, we want to see that implemented in the classroom. And if we need to get you in the right direction, that's what we're there to support you. We're not there to undermine you. We're not there to call you out in front. You did call me in front of the students. You called me a jerk. Okay, I need to write a letter of reprimand on that behalf. For district policy, okay, and you storming out of the classroom and abandoning your students. So that will be.
You can write up whatever you want. I ain't gonna sign nothing. Okay,
I
also want. I hope you include the fact that you called me out in front of my students, which is unprofessional. Okay, and I'm not gonna sign anything. I'm gonna get some representation because that is not fair.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm just telling you, I'm being informed of district policy, so I will write that. But I want you to know that positive culture needs to be happening in our campus. And if you're not feeling that way, you need to be open with me and the other administrators. Okay, we're here to support you. We're not here to undermine you. We're here to be positive, and ultimately, we're here to serve our students. So if you feel that way, we need to work with you, and we'll talk with you, and we'll allow you to feel that way, and whatever we can do to support you.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Doing well. How about you?
Good. Just wanted to meet up with you just to catch up to see how you're doing. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
How's class going? I know that we put the instructional aid in there, and it's a lot of change very quickly.
I think you've given me a lot of supports, and at times it feels overwhelming, but I'm glad that you've been supportive of me, my classroom, my situation, my husband passing away. It's been tough to juggle all that, but I'm glad that I know I'm in a school that there's help for me.
And you are. We're never going to leave you alone in all of this journey. We won't. That's what I truly believe. I believe in the people. I believe in helping you get better and essentially helping our students get better. I also wanted to see your opinion on what you think you've grown. So you had time to reflect. What have you reflected on?
Well, I've been teaching for 27 years, so I think everything's there. But sometimes maybe I don't realize what I'm not doing.
Okay.
But that help from the instructional coach has helped me to realize some things.
I think that's really good to hear. I think you have grown a lot, although you've been educating for a long time.
Thank you.
I think it's very nice to hear that, we're still willing to be learners and know that you're not alone. I know the end of the year is creeping up on us very, very fast. And I just wanted to check to make sure everything was okay and that I've done everything possible. Our school has done everything possible to make sure that you are okay and your students are okay. And so if there's anything that you feel I should know to help me become a better leader, this is the time to say it.
I think you've done well, but just at this time, I'm undecided. I'll let you know.
Okay, and whether you choose one way or the other, know that we support you and you'll always be with us.
Thank you.
Okay?
Appreciate
Let me know
that.
if you need anything in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.